What's up guys, hello and welcome back to another vlog. Today is a nice and sunny day and we are planning to explore the the capital of Indianapolis. I'm still wondering what's the right pronunciation because I call it Indianapolis, but I think the Americans call it Indianapolis, so this emphasis is on a different syllable. But anyways, it's a nice and sunny day. Made it to the starting point of where I wanted to start exploring, which is the Lucas Oil Stadium. So from here I start venturing out and see what the city has to offer. So let's get started. So last time when I was taking the bus to Ohio on my spontaneous bus trip, we did cross by Indianapolis, but most of these buses, they don't stop for a long time, so you can't really explore multiple cities as a hop on hop off. So I just saw some of these buildings and venues from a distance, but this time I plan to spend a couple of hours here as a day trip and explore everything there is to see. Other than Indy 500, I don't know if there is a lot of things to do, and this is not the Indy 500 season, but I think the weather is quite nice. Maybe I can have some nice time at a park, have some nice food, and have a great day anyway. This park is pretty nice. It's in between, that's Westin and this is Hyatt Regency. Then I don't know what this building is, but could be some sort of commercial complex, I guess. There's a nice fountain in between that's not running at the moment, and then there's this amazing park here. It looks pretty nice. Nice place to chill in the middle of the city. This appears like the State House building. The architecture is quite similar from the one that I saw in Ohio, and I guess because today is a weekend, again the doors are closed shut, but the architecture is very iconic, like the dome-shaped building. There's also a golden eagle on the top, so I guess that's how you know you ended up at a government building. I don't know what these flowers are, but these small flowers, there's like a whole bunch of them here and they smell really amazing. The whole street has a really nice flowery aroma because of this. So on this side there seems to be that door open where I was checking out the timing. So even on Saturday they open from 10 to 2 other than the regular weekdays, but Sunday is definitely closed, so no possibility of going in. But it looked cool. I took a peek from here. Oh, there's like a war memorial down the street over there, the Sailors and Soldiers Memorial. Let's go there and take a closer look. There's a nice fountain too. This is pretty cool. It has very European-like vibes, kind of reminded like the fountains I saw in the Lisbon downtown, close to the Airbnb where I was staying at. This is also nice. Part of it is still undergoing construction and there's some music playing on the public speakers, but otherwise it's a nice area to hang out in. A lot of people are clicking pictures and selfies with this monument. There are some ducks also sun tanning over there. It did rain in the morning, but now is like a nice weather, so it's slightly warm. Maybe when the clouds clear, the sun is going to come out. It's expected to go up to 30 degrees, so like perfect summer day. But this square is like really big. If you remember I think it was Edward II Park when I was exploring Lisbon downtown. That park was also like around, there was a big roundabout in the middle where I crossed over to go to the park. It kind of reminds me of the same. Or if you're watching this from India, then it's kind of like Connaught Place like feel. So it's like a big circular architectural monument in the middle, and then everything is surrounded around it. I guess they call it some sort of a square, but it's more like a circle and not a square at all. So before we continue further, I'm gonna look for like a local kind of cafeteria kind of place, like a small shop, not the branded chains like Starbucks and stuff, that sells some coffee and maybe some snacks that I can grab, and maybe we'll eat somewhere outside. The weather is quite nice for that. I was in this chocolate cafe and I asked them if they had anything savory for sort of like brunch, but they had only chocolatey stuff, as to be expected, like only sweet things and ice creams and cakes and stuff. So the people were very kind. They recommended another place that does some sort of breakfast and brunch options. So it's about 200 meters from here, so they said you could go check them out, because I was in a mood for something savory with the coffee and not kickstart the day with a sugar rush already. I mean, I'll have something sweet, but later in the day when I've done a bit of exploring. Well, the brunch place didn't work out. It was packed with people and a pretty long waiting queue as well, and I'm kind of hungry right now. It's almost 12:30 p.m. So I'm just gonna walk around back close to the State House building. Maybe one of these shops would let me grab the snacks that I want, and then I'll be on the way again back to exploring. So at the end, didn't manage to run away and avoid like the sweet stuff, and wanted savory but didn't get it. So I ended up with donuts, and I think I got coconut milk, vanilla, and some pumps of espresso kind of shots kind of coffee here, iced coffee. So it's expensive. It's already $8 for this, but I guess it's a start. After that, I have my eye on one of the restaurants for like a decent lunch. Let's see if we make it there in time, and if they're still serving lunch today. The dish that I want to eat. But for now, let's enjoy the donut. So on the way, when I started exploring after I was done with the coffee break, saw a board for luxury canal overlooking apartments. Wasn't quite sure if that was true, because that could be just a sales tactic, but it wasn't. This says an actual canal in the middle of the downtown. This is so amazing. It's like on both sides, and then you have these bridges like the one that I'm standing over, so you can hop on from one side to the other. It's so cool. I think at a distance there's also this boat that they have in Venice. I'll try to go closer, because this is like a canal walk, so you can walk all along the canal, but this is super cool. Really nice. Didn't expect to find this. Pretty nice boat you got there.
Oh, thank you.
You're taking the canal tour by yourself?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, waiting for people to board, I guess.
It's so beautiful here.
Yeah, fair enough. You're doing your warm-up cardio till the people board.
I gotta remember how to pilot.
Fair enough. Would be fun to get stranded in the middle of a canal with you piloting the boat.
I sing at least.
Oh, fair enough. You get entertainment. So I've been walking along this canal for a bit, and the clouds are back again, so it's no longer sunny. It's nice. But on the way, I also found a pamphlet for the prices for these canal boating kind of thing. Spoke to the guy. He also sings in the tour, and it's about $200 for a half hour and $400 for a full hour. But it's like for a party of 8, so you could split amongst your friends. So not that great for a solo traveler, but if you're in a group of friends, you can use it. Anyways, I like to walk along the canal, so it's not that big a canal where you would want to do much of a city sightseeing with hopping on a boat and going around. But these houses are pretty cool, like these canal side views of the houses. I guess these might be very expensive. That's what they meant by the luxurious canal overlooking apartments. But it would be cool to live here for a bit if affordable. But yeah, I guess the that side is the upper canal. Not much to see over that side. So maybe I'll hop on over to the other side and then try go to the other side of the city and see what's there. I think this water comes as a part of the White River, and then there's this White River State Park in the middle of the city here as well. So maybe I'll walk on over there. It looks like a pretty big state park, so maybe it would be cool to check that out. And the weather is also cooperating. Oh, and an update on the restaurant. So it was an Indian restaurant that I had my eye on that serves biryanis, and finding authentic biryanis overseas has been quite a struggle, but that closed. So after lunch hour it closes for like a few hours and opens again in the evening. That might be a bit too tight for the amount of time I have here, but for the moment lunch is not happening there. And anyways, I'm full after the donut and that gigantic coffee, so for the moment I'm good with exploring. So let's keep on walking around, see what else is there. So I was continuing the walk along the canal to the state park, and I found this. It's one of the very few remaining steam clocks. I didn't check out the steam in the beginning. I was just looking at the regular clock and it looked like a simple normal clock. But then I read the board signs and then I looked up. So it's like there's steam coming out. Pretty unique. I've never seen a steam clock before. Okay, so found the White River. It's right here. Goes from there all the way to the other side, and then this is like a nice bridge connecting to that side. I think that side is the zoo area, and then this side is also like part of the park, and JW Marriott is also here. So it's a pretty nice place to hang out. I saw a lot of families just hanging out in like their picnic chairs and having fun with children. There are also these bike rental areas here, so you could rent a bike, and in these canals you could even rent those swan pedal boats or kayaks and stuff. So it's a nice hangout, chill area, so for you to relax with friends, family, or even by yourself. I think you could go kayaking, although the views weren't really tempting, so I didn't do kayaking just yet. But it's on my mind. I have to do kayaking. Somehow I end up doing kayaking once in the summer season every year, which is too less, but that's how I end up doing it anyways. I don't think I'm gonna go to the zoo side, but anyways, just gonna walk around, take a peek what's on the other side. Looks like they're doing a wedding photo shoot. Can't really make out what they are saying, but I guess from their attire they look like a Mexican family, but not really sure. It's a nice place. There's like a mini waterfall over there as well. Pretty good area for like a nice photo shoot. Found this nice little lookout point. So there's like nice green area, then the White River, and on the other side are the places that I walked around. So I don't know if it will appear on the GoPro, but that's the stadium where I started the whole walking around, and that blue building is the JW Marriott. So I only saw like high-end hotels here: Marriott, Hilton, Courtyard Marriott. Yeah, those like top of the line kind of hotel chains. So even when I was looking for like using this place as a transit destination, I couldn't find any budget-friendly hostels or kind of things like that. Even Airbnbs are quite expensive here. But this is like a nice place. It's not very touristic, so it has few things here. But I really enjoyed this like canal walk and core access to nature, like the White River, and you can enjoy in the park, listen to sounds of birds, and have a nice little picnic here as well. So I guess, status update, I've already done 15k steps and it's just like 2:30 p.m. I still have a few more hours to go before I wrap up this walking tour of this Indianapolis, or Indy for short, and head on over back to where we started to close the loop. But for now I'm thinking going back to the main area where we saw that wedding photo shoot and find a nice place to sit down by the sound of flowing water. And maybe while I'm there, I'll look around for some places to grab a takeout, grab like a snack or something. We'll see. For the moment, not very hungry, but starting to be hungry now with all the walking around. So I guess I deserve like a proper meal. Donut for a main course was new, but that's what I found, so I had to improvise. Had a nice little nap in the park. It's almost 3:30. I found like this nice Mediterranean grill about 2 kilometers from here. Gonna go there and check it out. What do they have on offer today? And I see some people wearing some sort of costumes. I don't know if there's like a cosplay event or something going on somewhere. Well, I do see a lot of people walking around, so might be at the convention center. I might be doing a weekend event, which is also really nice. A lot of people with like high energy and party vibes going on. One thing that I find really interesting about this place is the love of people for their ice. So this is like a ice refrigerator in the middle of nowhere. This is just like a huge park. I was just walking along that way to get to the restaurant, and then there is this like ice freezer you can grab ice from. But this is just one thing. I also found like these huge bags of ice on sale at those mini convenience stores they have at the gas stations. So it's like, for me that's very surprising because I'm not used to buying ice, but I asked around a few friends and they say like it's very normal, like especially if you have one of those coolers where you have cans of beer or soda or something that you're taking for a picnic. But this is interesting, like buying ice is not something that comes to my mind, but as a foreigner I find this very interesting. I don't know what's up with these huge number of dustbins here, but this like nice lush green park, this is pretty cool. Like this is an extended version of the state park. I think I'm a bit further away from the state park now, but still like there's lush green parks everywhere. I don't know why nobody is sitting here. It's an amazing weather. Like it's a weekend, maybe people are resting in their houses, but I'm enjoying it. Like having a huge state park and these kind of like parks all to yourself is kind of fun, at least for me. Would be nice to have some sort of like picnicky snacks in hand, but maybe on the way back I'll chill here for a little bit if I still have time. People here are really cool. Just met a very friendly couple. Turns out the person was a professor at India University here, and was his wife and dog. They were just walking around. So I was just like chit-chatting with them about the places to see and where to eat and stuff. So they told me like, I was looking up hotels and stuff so I could do this as a night stay and split over half and half day, but the budget was like crazy. So they told me like, yeah, usually that's the problem here, and only high-end hotels, as I was showing you. And also the fact that this weekend, yesterday was a marathon, and in a couple of days is going to be the graduation ceremonies and stuff for the students, and their families would be visiting, so their prices would be inflated. But yeah, it was a fun, nice little conversation with them. We spent about like 15-20 minutes chit-chatting, and they know the place pretty well, so they're giving me some tips and suggestions. It was really nice, really friendly couple. Okay, so we're gonna go past the peel off from here, and in that area I see a bunch of like food options. Oh, there, Naf Middle Eastern Grill. There's a camel logo. Can cross from here probably. The professor never ate here, so he didn't know much about the place, so he said like, good luck and hope the food is nice. So told him it's gonna be a foodie experiment. I don't know, it's my first time as well, so fingers crossed. I hope the food is nice. Okay, this bench looks like a nice place to have this picnicky meal. Let's unbox what we got for the picnic. So to drink, I got a lemonade, and on the glass it says naf naf means fan the flame. That's pretty cool. Didn't know that. Maybe a term from the Mediterranean region. Actually, it's Middle Eastern grill. That's why they have the camel. And for the meal, I got the pita pocket. So this is going to be the picnicky snack. I was looking for something that I could grab a takeaway and enjoy in the park as I'm doing here. So while I enjoy this, I hope you enjoyed the vlog. It was like a slightly different getaway, and when I found out that I could have access to a state park in the middle of a city without having a car, just using public transport, walking and stuff, decided to grab the chance. So here's to a good, nice, sunny day walking around in Indy, the capital of the state of Indiana. With this is the Rustic Wanderer signing off, and I'll see you again in the next vlog.